Hi, Justin Popovich here. Welcome to toolsformotivation.com. We specialize in building done-for-you content. You can license our material and then use it to build your brand, grow your business. So what you see on my screen right now, it's our latest special offer, and it's something brand new. It's a pilot offer running for this week, for a few days only, on the Podcast Utilities Kit. So this is an interesting one. If you've ever thought about getting into podcasting, or maybe you've already started podcasting, I think you might be interested in taking a look to see if this might help you grow your podcast and make things a little bit easier for you. So let's walk through a couple of interesting pieces of information here to set the stage. First, some key stats about podcasting. 50% of US homes are podcast fans. This was from a survey done in 2017. I believe there's even more up-to-date research on that, but that says a lot. 50% of households in the US is a lot of people. 155 million people have listened to podcasts, and that was up from the numbers in 2019, where it was around 145. So these numbers keep going up. Podcasting is not going away. It's actually getting bigger as time goes on. There's an estimated 2 million podcasts currently being published online, but compare that to the 30 million YouTube channels that currently exist. So obviously YouTube's huge, but podcasting is also huge, and the competition in the world of podcasting is much lower than in YouTube. Now here's the interesting thing. There's a lot of very cool benefits about podcasting if you get into it and if you do it well. First of all, you can build a loyal following. Obviously, you get a chance to really connect with your audience. And that's actually some of the other stuff I wanted to bring up here was you can develop a deeper connection with your audience because you're speaking. Usually podcasts are, 15 minutes all the way up to maybe a couple of hours. You're getting a chance to really showcase some of your knowledge, which is what I wanted to talk about here. Delivering more value, showcasing your knowledge and expertise in a way that allows you to really express who you are, the kind of things you bring to the table, and it can't really be done in blog posts or quick Instagram posts or social media updates. Something about podcasting is very unique in the sense that people are going to be downloading episodes from you on a regular basis, hearing your voice, hearing things that you want to advise them on, and they're seeing you as a go-to expert in whatever field that you decide to play in. Another cool thing is you can attract influencers and strategic partners, and then finally you can have more fun. If you really set this up correctly and plan it out well, creating your podcast on a regular basis can be a lot of fun because you get a chance to really build content in a unique way. So the problems or the challenges of podcasting obviously are consistency. Coming up with episodes regularly can be a challenge. You also need to have enough content, ideas to be able to create shows, let's say multiple times a week or at least once a week. Being able to promote that show, having the assets and time to spread the word, not just creating your episodes, but making sure people listen to the thing, download it, and actually consume that content. And then obviously the management. There's all kinds of extra work like creating show notes, doing the artwork. There's other promotional materials you need to put out there to do this really well. And that's why we built the Podcast Utilities Kit. We want to give you the opportunity to create your episodes with less time and effort and to have content that will help you kind of get these ideas into action and start building your podcast episodes every week or multiple times a week if you really want to double down on this. So what I want to do right now is actually flip over and show you a demo of our first pilot offer of the Podcast Utilities Kit here to see exactly what we've built for you. Okay, I just flipped over and pulled up an actual copy of this product. So there's no guesswork here. I want to help you make a decision to see if you want to give this a shot in your business. I think it can really help you if you're looking for material to help you build your episodes. So the product breaks down into 6 folders. The first folder here is our tutorial and license. Basically here we're going to explain what you can and can't do with this content. This is your private label rights license, so to speak. So let us know if you have any questions on that. The key piece is here. We have a tutorial video. It's about a half an hour in length, and I sit down and walk you through 2 different methods that you might want to follow when it comes to implementing this content in your business. At the end of the day, we've built audio content for you to use as the basis of a podcast episode, and you're going to build it out from there. You're going to inject your own voice and your creativity and your ideas into it, but we've built you that baseline to get started with here. I'm going to show it to you in just a second. So there's also a sales page recap. So we've just kind of recapped some of the key stats and data, some of the stuff I'm sharing with you on this video right now, so that if you are wanting to revisit this and the way we've presented it to you, there's no guesswork there. It's in there. It's part of your product. So let's take a look at what's included in the actual content files here. First folder, audio segments. So what we've done for this pilot offer is we've created 10 different audio segments. They're anywhere from about 3.5 to 6 minutes in length, give or take. And they follow 10 different topics in the personal development or skill development space. So it doesn't really matter what your podcast is about. You can take these concepts and ideas and apply them to your audience and however you're trying to help them. It's really, it's pretty universal stuff here. So I'll let you read through all the topics yourself. All of them are listed on the sales page below, including samples of each. But things like accepting criticism, getting more done, overcoming your self-limiting beliefs. Okay, so take a look at those topics and see if these are things that you'd want to include in your podcast episodes. So that's the pre-recorded audio that you are going to use as a baseline. You either are going to create a whole episode around these, or you're going to use them as mini segments inside of a larger episode. It's up to you. Keep in mind, by the way, as I go through all of this, that you're not limited to using this for podcasting. This is private label rights content, so if you are wanting to build audiobooks or you have a membership site or other products that you're creating, you can use this material in that way as well. So there's flexibility here. It's designed for podcasting, but get creative if you'd like to. Okay, so those are the 10 audio segments. Then we have a transcripts folder. We have basic transcripts. These are just literally a text printout of what is said on the audio. No guesswork there. You can read it in your own voice and record it back if you want to have everything available in your own voice. Now, we've also included extended transcripts where each of the transcripts for these podcast segments also includes some additional recommended reading. So if let's say you have an episode where you're talking about accepting criticism, and then you want to share with your listeners additional books they can read to help them with this particular topic, you can recommend them that they go buy those books, and then you can use your affiliate link to promote the books. So we give you some suggested books that you can promote out there. Then there's episode artwork. So I'll show you one of them here. Each episode that you put out needs to have a cover for it. So we've created a 1,000 by 1,000 square graphic for you to use as the title of your show. We've also included it in an editable format. So if you want to change the way it looks, you can take our graphics file and then make modifications. You don't have to build it from scratch. We've given you a starting point, but you could also just use the artwork as we've designed it here. So one or the other, you're completely free to use it as you see fit. Then we have social shares. So for each of the 10 topics we've talked about here, we have 2 different social graphics with a little excerpt from that episode. So it might have a sentence or two on something that was shared in the episode, and we've created 2 different images that make it super easy to share on social media. So if you want to share these on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook, something else, you want to use the graphic inside of a blog post, that's all good and ready to go. You also get the editable files there if you do want to make any changes, or maybe you want to add your branding or logo to that, you could do it. So there's 20 different social share files in total. And then the final piece is key. We've included 10 different customization helpers. These are Word documents with all of the text from the episode, but for each segment of the episode. So we walk through a bunch of tips and action items on the topic at hand. But for each section of that podcast that we've created for you, or of that audio segment we've created for you, we give you some suggested things to talk about over and above what we've included. So as an example, if we talk about the power of embracing criticism, getting comfortable with being criticized because it's a form of constructive feedback that can help you improve in your life, we give you boxes that you fill in with stories, anecdotes, ideas, and concepts that you share as the expert in your space that helps you connect with your audience on this topic of criticism. You can talk about how you deal with criticism, how it's impacted you, times where it maybe hurt your feelings and you had to get over it, right? So we give you a bunch of prompts that you speak on, and then you can use our customizations helpers here to then create additional content that you record in your own voice that becomes part of your podcast episode. So again, whether you're using our material here to build a whole episode around, Or maybe you already have a podcast episode, let's say it's an hour in length, and a 15-minute section of that episode will be from our material here. Either way, you use our customization helpers to allow you to extend on what we've already created. Now, you don't have to do that, but I highly recommend it because this is what makes the content unique. You use our material, you combine your particular stories and anecdotes with it to have a totally unique piece of content. And that way, you know, even though you're licensing it from us and other people are using it, at the end of the day, your show is completely unique to you, your voice, your experiences, and perfect for your audience. So that's how it's been designed to use. On the page below, you're going to see a full breakdown of each one of these episodes, what we've included in each. And again, keep in mind there is a 30-minute training video in there that will walk you through how to use all of this stuff. So as an example, I'll show you how to go in here, pull this MP3 audio file into an audio editor, and then add your own voice on the beginning of it and add your own voice on the end of it so that the exported MP3 at the end of the day is your own unique podcast episode. So it's all laid out there for you to use. It makes it super simple. And of course, at Tools Motivation, we love to support you. So if you have any questions along the way while you're implementing this, you can go to our help desk, fill in a ticket, and we'll be more than happy to help. And sometimes we'll even do webinars. If you need our help, we can maybe even create a live training. So get involved. If you ask enough questions, we'll make sure we get you the answers. So hopefully you like what you see on this page. Check it out now. This is a pilot offer for this. We're going to see what the level of interest is. We've had a lot of people ask us for this material, so assuming it goes well, this will be the first of many. So hop in on this one. It's a pretty exciting time for us. Hope to see you on the inside. This has been Justin Popovich. Thanks for watching.